we're talking about rose and coldness and phenyl ethyl alcohol.
Rose and coldness?
Rose and coldness and phenyl ethyl alcohol, yeah.
Do you mean things that feel...
Things that feel cold. Yeah. Rose oxide. Here, found it. Rose petal tincture. No, what's that doing there? That's doing nothing. Yeah.
So why do things feel cold when you smell them?
It's possibly to do with the... I'm still tired after last week's workshop. I've got a brain. There's a sensor.
Your nose.
There's a thing halfway up and it detects coolness, and it's the reason why if something's fizzy it feels cool.
Okay.
But also if something's fizzy you can't taste it properly because
If something's fizzy, you can't taste it properly.
Yes, yeah.
As in carbonated.
Yes, carbonated. I once sat in Professor Barry Smith's office during the day drinking flat champagne.
Yeah.
For reasons, and the reasons were because if you drink flat champagne, it tastes really strong and fruity.
Wow.
It's very. Whereas if you drink fizzy champagne, it tastes less tasty.
Well, now I think of it, actually, if you drink flat Coca-Cola, it's extremely, overwhelmingly sweet and but when it's fizzy, you don't. That's so true. It feels fresher,
yes,
less intense.
And if something's cold, you can't taste it quite as well. I once had to convince somebody that the gin and tonic that you get on trains with no ice in is a completely different drink from an American gin and tonic, which is just full of ice, so you can't actually taste anything.
Yeah.
Because she got very angry, which was pointless because we were on a train and you're not you can't just go and get one full of ice. So in order to get her to see it differently, which she did because she's like that and she wasn't going to let it spoil her day, I said, just imagine this is a completely different drink in which you can actually taste the gin and the tonic. And this is a British special edition, train edition of the gin and tonic. It's not a G&T, which is just an icy, cool thing that has no flavour. This is a gin and tonic, and you taste it and you think, oh, wow, that's interesting.
I mean,
it's so fizzy.
Yeah, sort of like similar to the reason why coconut water is only nice when it's cold. Otherwise, it's pretty gross.
Yeah.
Interesting. So I imagine it restricts blood flow.
Trigeminal nerve. It's the trigeminal nerve. I knew it would eventually. It's the trigeminal nerve. The trigeminal nerve. Yes.
That's the one that detects if something's cold.
Yes. So sometimes things like menthol, that just hits your trigeminal nerve. Carbon dioxide does, and that's in the bubbles in the fizz. Mm-hmm. They all have a point. I just woke up.
There you go.
So this for reasons is Vianne's confession.
Yeah. Because
I'm going to talk about rose and what we do with it, and also how fragrances, how we choose them because of how they make us feel. Mm-hmm. It's funny. I've had experiences this week of and this was very, very binary, and it falls into a pattern. Men who want me to make masculine fragrances, beast mode, I quote, that lasts, one said 24 hours he wants his fragrance to last. Is he not going to get washed in 24? Sorry, anyway, maybe not, but 24 hours and be strong and then the other one is I want it completely non-toxic, and which is not scientifically possible, and natural, and the two together even more difficult, and that tends to be a sort of a an ultra feminine kind of thing. And I like making fragrances for people who are in the middle, who don't want to make themselves more attractive to other people. They just want to feel happier in themselves. So they want to put something on that goes, oh, I feel great in this.
Yeah.
And this is what I want to wear Vianne's Confession today, because I really want to see how it makes me feel today. I want to feel how it makes me feel. Can you see how you feel?
Well, I mean, people say that, but
I know.
I guess you can see how you feel, because have you ever noticed that
you can evaluate how you feel?
Well, yes, but if you leave the house and you're in a good mood, everything does seem brighter. If you leave the house in a bad mood, everything does seem duller and darker.
The funny thing is, I actually feel now that after last week's 5-day workshop, after which I was...
Yeah, I mean, I popped in on the Wednesday, and...
It was intense.
It was it was a big group.
Yeah, it was 7.
Yeah.
It was going to be 8, and 1 cancelled and moved to March. Oh, thank goodness. Because it was supposed to be 6, and a booking thing occurred. But I feel suddenly as if my brain has switched on again.
Great.
It was the trigeminal nerve. This maybe it's this.
Could be.
Maybe what this does is it's a switch on fragrance. But I've been exploring this. What do things do? Not just what do they smell like. That's a tiny part.
Well,
it's going to be beautiful, but what does it do?
Well, I mean, so I think all of our senses are feelings, aren't they? Like, if you actually go, well, what is hearing, for example? It's like, oh, I'm hearing a church bell, but you're not. You're actually sensing something that is a feeling. If you keep taking away layers and layers and layers, what you end up with is just a feeling. And it's the same with smell. It's like you can smell it and go, oh, I'm smelling this, or I'm smelling that, or it reminds me of this. But if you keep stripping all of that away, essentially, what you're left with is just a feeling.
It's waveforms or particles.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had this quite ridiculous revelation to myself yesterday, which is I was writing down a lot of stuff with my orange pen from Den's Pens with orange ink in it, and it occurred to me. I mean, it's thinking about using computers instead of your arms and pens instead of, but going backwards to the time when we used to have to phone people if we wanted to get a message long distance.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, that was it. Or a telegram. You could send a telegram.
Yeah.
We once sent one to my grandmother because she didn't have a phone. But otherwise, it would take days to reach people. But I was just thinking that I can transmit a thought to you without saying anything. And all I have to do is write it down and hand it to you.
Yeah.
Now, in order for you to read my mind without me saying anything out loud, I can just write it down.
Yeah.
Which might seem obvious.
Yeah.
But I just kept kind of burying it and thinking, but that wasn't an option to 99% of the world's population until the last century.
Well, long distance, it wasn't an option.
But
or you're talking about people couldn't write.
Couldn't write. Yeah.
Yeah.
Even, not at all. You had to be there.
That's why they danced.
Yeah. I guess.
Yes, I like that. That's cool.
But I don't know where that's taking me.
But also writing longhand does different things to your brain, doesn't it, than typing.
It stores it better.
Yeah, there's a technique with learning lines, which is, you write them out. And actually, there's an even better technique for learning lines very quickly. You should just put the first letter of every word.
Know what?
Do you know this?
I know this because you told me, and it's on another film.
Oh, is it?
Because I had to edit it. But people don't really learn things usually until they've heard them 7 times.
Yes.
They didn't do anything. So this is just time number 2.
Time number 2. Got another 5 left.
I've been practicing trying to get my handwriting better. And I realised all I had to do was slow down.
Yeah.
Because I developed a sort of shorthandy righty so I could speed up, because I couldn't take notes fast enough at senior school.
Yes. But having said that, and I can tell you this, having done my
Den's pens.
my morning pages this morning, I wrote out some morning pages with my fountain pen. Mm-hmm. And writing fast with a fountain pen makes a much better noise than writing slow with a fountain pen.
Ah.
Yeah.
I don't know. This one makes a great noise.
You can probably get really, really good audio.
So happy with this though. Okay.
What's this even become? Right, there we go.
Yeah, we weren't talking about roses, were we?
We're 10 minutes in.
Should we start all over again?
No, this is great.
Okay. Well, you say that. What Sinead will do is clip bits out of it now for shorts.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, Sinead does that.
Well, she does now.
Yeah,
cool. It's our new thing.
Yeah, so we just provide the raw material and then Sinead cuts
Yeah, if somebody wants to do the whole thing, then they're very welcome. The explanation into... The perfume is just a small part of what we do.
Yeah.
Okay. So you want to talk about rose, and specifically, not pacifically, because that means peacefully.
Pacifically?
Yeah, because the Pacific Ocean means calm.
Does it?
As in pacified. Yeah, so pacifically actually is a word, but it doesn't mean specifically.
What does Atlantic mean?
I don't know. Atlantic. Because Atlant was a...
Could it be from Atlas?
The world. The Atlas who holds up the world on his...
I'm going to get the facts.
Atalanta is one of the featured in the ballet we're perfuming this weekend.
Yes.
Greek mythology.
Well, it is from the Greek.
Yeah.
Atlantikos.
Mm-hmm.
Which is from the Greek Atlas.
Yeah. Okay. And Atlas is the god who held up the earth on the back of his...
Well, it is from the ancient Greek Atlantikoi Pelagi, meaning Sea of Atlas. There we go.
Okay.
I wonder what English Channel means. I wonder what North Sea means. I wonder where the North Sea got its name.
Where did that come from? Because really it's kind of on the east.
Okay. So you're right. Roses do have, when you get your nose right up in the actual flower itself, it does smell cold. It smells cold and wet.
Yeah. The whole dewy thing going on, as if water has just settled on them.
And this has the same.
Yes.
Does it share any molecules with things like mint?
That's an interesting question. I don't think so, but I should try harder. Yeah. So menthol is one of the very cooling things. This one is phenyl ethyl alcohol.
This isn't rose.
This is a big part of rose. This is a single molecule, which if you smell a fresh rose, about up to 65% of what wafts out of the rose is this.
Yeah.
But, so if you're going to recreate a rose, you'd use a lot of that.
I mean, it's making me feel like take antihistamine.
Yes, the association. Yeah. And you say that, and that made my nose itch because you said that. Yeah. Our brains are bothersome things sometimes.
That's really, really nice.
It is, and if somebody wants to give an impression of rosiness without being overwhelming...
Well, is it less restricted as well?
Yes, because what it doesn't have in is some of the powerful little things, the damascones and damascenones, which are very fruity, very intense, but very restricted. So,
Oh yeah, wow.
So
That reminds me of being young and in a garden.
does it remind you of being in a rose garden? Probably should.
It does actually, yeah.
Okay.
What's this?
This is the Bulgarian rose essential oil.
Great.
I mean, the Bulgarian rose essential oil costs about 100 times more than this.
The phenyl ethyl alcohol.
Yes. This is richer and jammier, and there's a lot more going on in the actual essential oil.
The Bulgarian one, it's got subtleties to it that the phenyl ethyl alcohol doesn't have. However, the phenyl ethyl alcohol is clearer.
Yeah.
And were I to want to make something rosy without all of the money, would probably
This is
be
fine.
very happy with phenyl ethyl
I mean,
alcohol.
it is also, you can call it, it's nature equivalent. It occurs.
Derivative, nature derived.
This one is technically not from a rose. I mean, it'd be silly to take PEA out of roses unless you really, really, really wanted to make a thing about it. But it exists in other plants. So, but this one is synthetic.
Is it?
Yeah.
Do you know what it's made? What its raw
No,
material is?
we do not know the chemistry, but it's an alcohol. But you know, somebody once I labelled it. I label it phenyl ethyl alcohol. Now it's in the Scenthusiasm kit materials collection. But the helicopter's back. But I had labelled it PEA, and somebody said, "Oh, I really like that sweet pea fragrance," and I said, "Don't have one." And she said, "Yes, you do," and just said pea on it, so to speak. And you smell it and think, okay, yes.
I can understand why you'd think that.
Without a doubt, sweet peas must waft out, and peony wafts out phenyl ethyl alcohol as well.
Yeah, it's a lovely thing.
I think the rose essential oil smells warmer than the phenyl ethyl alcohol.
I agree.
It smells kind of more dense and a little bit like you're going a little bit down a dark rosy tunnel.
Yeah, I agree.
This, when we were standing watching this being distilled in 3 huge stills in Bulgaria, 2 of the people on the rose retreat there had to leave because they were so overwhelmed by it.
Wow.
And they were very disappointed because they paid a lot of money to be there.
So overwhelmed by the smell.
Yeah. Yeah, but the intensity of rose essence in the air was absolutely doing their heads in. So I looked up I think it was a book by Galen from 3,000 years ago or so about rose, and he just say, be careful with that stuff. No, that stuff it affects people.
From about 3,000 years ago.
Yeah, Galen was
Who's that?
a philosopher.
Before the pyramids. The pyramids 2,000 years.
Pyramids, no, 2,000 years ago.
Jesus is
2,000 years. Yeah, 2026.
Sorry, I always get the pyramids and Jesus mixed up.
Yeah, they took a long time. Yeah, they were before then. So I'm thinking ancient Greeks.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's
What
this?
are we listening to now? Listening to. I'm swapping about my senses again. We're now listening.
This is amazing.
And how does it make you feel, Arthur?
It's pretty cool, cooling.
So this is rose oxide.
I mean, it doesn't, to me, it doesn't smell like roses.
But roses exude, what's the word? Waft out, emit roses, along with the phenyl ethyl alcohol and the geraniol, which we smelt last time, which I can get out, and citronellol.
Yeah.
The citronellol, yes, that's a big one in roses. Rose oxide is one of the things that they waft as well.
See, now when
and
I hold that next to the phenyl ethyl alcohol,
yeah,
I'm getting a fuller picture of a rose.
Yeah. Well, for me, this one's a very pale pink rose. Because if you ever walk around a rose garden and smell all the different things, they are so different.
It smells a bit off to me.
The rose oxide.
Yeah.
It smells. It always smells to me as if you grew an aluminium rose, that's be what it smelled of. I think it's because it just smells metallic. To come back to
it's cold.
Yeah, maybe. But the two things together, still, I feel quite. Yes, are quite cold. I think I've got a new extract.
Yeah.
Also from Bulgaria. We're on a bit of a. What's this in? Yeah, I try to get it to dissolve in anything. It's a critically cooled carbon dioxide. I've not opened this before. I've started putting things in Myron glass bottles because they are almost impossible to see through with my new labels. Exciting. So it's not completely dissolved, but the longer I leave it, the more the ethanol will extract the aroma from the waxy bits that remain.
Yep. Oh. It's quite close, isn't it, to the strip, to the...
Yeah. It's not leaping out at me, but it is quite... Actually,
do you know what I'm getting?
What are you getting?
Figgy pudding.
So drink some today.
It's quite sweet to me, and quite like I can smell like cinnamon, cloves.
So this is same roses from Bulgaria as the rose essential oil that we were smelling. But it's less rosy and it costs less, so it's probably a good thing. CO2.
Yeah.
You know what annoys me?
What?
When you write CO2, the 2 ought to be subscript.
Yeah.
Can you get a phone? Anybody? It's really hard to get anything to do that.
Well, you know, my surname, McBain.
And my surname, McCartney.
Yes. Did you used to have a floating C?
Yeah.
Have you noticed that that's just evolved out?
Just a bit.
Yeah.
And there's an MP. I think his name's McCartney. He might be McCarthy. And he insisted that Hansard do it properly.
Who's Hansard?
Oh, Hansard is the official record of what's said in Parliament.
Aha.
So it's written down. So every time he speaks, they were writing it with a lowercase c, and he wanted his proper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it only struck me a couple of years ago. I was like, where did that floating C go?
Yeah.
Because when everything was written down by hand,
Yeah.
it was always up at the top.
That's how I signed myself.
Yeah.
Shouldn't have said that. But yeah.
It's evolved off. It's evolved away.
Yeah, annoying. Yeah. I mean, sometimes I will go in and fix it. I might have. There's a lot of helicopter activity today. All we need.
Oh wait, you've given me one. I thought you were passing to.
No. Yeah.
It's nice. Smells like a florist.
It's beginning to come off the
piece
of paper a little bit more now. But yes, so I have. This is for February on the Scenthusiasm Patreon. We have a list of things I'm going to cover in months, and so we're looking at floral things this month, specifically rose and phenyl ethyl alcohol as materials, and the themes I wrote down: cool and cars. And so I'll have to come back to cars, but thinking about if a car could have a scent, what would it smell of? What would it be like? Like the bright green Lamborghini that lives around the corner in a garage. I don't know how that man ever gets it out there in that narrow lane. I would be terrified. But if you gave a bright green Lamborghini a smell, that's not. You're not trying to make the smell of Connolly leather seats, but would you put lime in it? So that's a theme. It's a thought.
It's interesting because rose is quite metallic. Now I think about it.
You add the rose oxide to it.
Yeah, cars. Not, however. Have you ever seen the film Cheech and Chong?
Don't think so.
Oh. They're trying to smuggle a load of hash over the Mexican border.
Oh, okay.
And so they build a car out of it. and it sets on fire, and the police are chasing them, and you know.
Okay.
very funny.
Okay. I that completely passed me by.
It's a classic.
So probably I've heard of it, but I've not seen it. So, but if we stay, I don't know why cars got into there. Really, I genuinely don't know what I was thinking when I wrote that down.
No, but it's cool though, isn't it? It's good to put.
Yeah,
put things next to each other.
Yeah, what would inspire you? And but also there's the kind of the classic car interior smell.
Yes.
Which people keep wanting. And apparently if you take your Jaguar for a service, they have a spray of new Jaguar, which is leather and woods, which most cars aren't made out of these days, but they'll put that back in the car. So when you paid, you think, oh yes, my lovely smelly car. Yeah. Harry and I once sat in a Rolls Royce, no, Bentley. Yeah. At the old studio, there were people opposite who fixed cars.
Yeah.
And the guys, they were called George and Dragon, which I thought was funny. But they looked so similar, it took me ages to work out there were two of them, brothers, until one of them broke his leg. So George and Dragon had a Bentley, and I just asked them if we could smell it, and Harry Sherwood and I just sat in this Bentley just inhaling. But Japanese cars all smell of nothing. They are neutralized because Japanese people like their cars to smell of nothing at all.
Yeah.
So they don't have the whole European car smell thing.
Yeah.
So they have to be scented before they are launched in the UK market.
You're joking.
Not kidding. Not kidding. I was told this by the former marketing director of Toyota.
Wow.
All Toyotas coming to the UK have to be scented with car.
That's fascinating.
Yeah. So, yeah, if you wanted to scent a car.
I was thinking about the smell of leather. Leather's quite creamy as a smell. When I smell it in a fragrance, I think it's quite creamy. We
were smelling some things yesterday because Yasmina from IES came over and she brought the entire kit of Givaudan. Well, not the entire thing, there's a lot. So there's a lot. But we smelt quite a few things, and some of them really smelt to me like opening a new box of new trainers.
Right.
Although of course I can't remember which ones they were. But yeah. Try that. It was that with something else. That one's called Azabre. I think it smells. It does smell. It's got a little bit of honeyness going on there, weirdly, but it smells plasticky to me.
Yeah. I quite like that plasticky smell.
Yeah.
Well, it's for the same reason why I quite like the smell of like Play-Doh.
Oh yes, Play-Doh, one of the few aromas that is actually trademarked.
Yeah.
That you can't copy. So, yeah, two separate things then. So I'm asking Scenthusiasm people to think about, however conceptually or abstractly or, is that word? Or concretely, what would your magic car smell like?
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah. A future car, a flying car.
Lovely.
Historical car. And with roses we're going to go into how you make one if you do not have any natural rose, and using the raw materials, two of which we have smelt today.
Yeah.
And what do the naturals do to you? Do they really, they're supposed to make people feel more confident. Rose is supposed to give you a little bit of a boost. There's all stuff that you can't write on the box. Although, actually, I think it is Givaudan doing the research into, do these things really happen?
Yeah,
now,
wow.
They finally realised that it's not just about the marketing and the positioning as, isn't just the glamorous stuff on the bottle. It's like, do they really do something?
Yeah.
I mean, we all know that. Everyone who works in perfumery knows. But we've not been allowed to say it out loud. I think it's time for the, get out the wands, put the pointy hats on and go, okay, we've been hiding this, but actually these are potions.
Yeah, I think you're right. I completely agree.
It's where I'm going this year. It's with it. I can't
Witchy.
not. Yeah, I'm going to embrace it. Like that little one that I can't find that you thought was marvellous that I made just out of 4 things that made us all go, oh, what's going on?
It's just like that. So I can.
It was a parapluck of it, but you took it with you when you went to Ireland. I just gave you a little amount of it, and that's the one that Jonesy smelt at the Albert Hall when we were.
Yes. What was that?
It's called Pêche pour Monsieur, because it's peach and vetiver and periplucker and gurchin balsam.
Right.
Yeah. I've got to make some more of that,
Find
because
where that is.
that genuinely makes people go. It
really
very,
does.
It's affective in that it affects people.
And you made it as an accord, didn't you?
Yeah, I was just starting on one little part of a Joanne Harris book, you know.
Yeah, that's right.
It was.
Gosh, that's so good.
Peaches
I've got that at home.
Monsieur le Curé. Yeah.
Wow.
So yes, and so I'm exploring now what does Rose do. So I'm going to put this on because I think this. I need to know. It seemed today to switch on my brain.
Yeah.
So that I remembered. I'll spray it again. See if it's going in. I'm going in. It's going on. And hair.
Oh yeah.
The trigeminal nerve.